Hi everyone, welcome back for another tutorial. Today I want to talk to you about why I should bracket the images so I can process in HDR. So I've got these three images. So this is underexposed, this is normal exposure, and overexposed. All of this by two stops. So I'm just going to normal exposure and I'm going to double click and it will open camera raw. So I'm going to just zoom in to about 100%. And I'm going to show you these shadow areas right here. Actually, I'm going to 200. Okay, so it was shot at 100 ISO. It's not too bad, but obviously the shadows always has a bit of noise. But the problem is once I open the shadows to get more detail under the bridge, add some contrast and a bit of clarity. As you can see, I'm getting a lot more noise. So I'm going just show you. Let's say I would process this image. I'm just going auto white balance, bring down the exposure, bring down the highlights, open up the shadows like a lot of people would do, but then I'm losing details in here. So what's the point of spending so much money in a camera when you don't have very nice clean images? Fair enough, you can reduce the noise, and if this is your only option, good for you. So I'm going to cancel this and I'm going to show you the difference in HDR. So I've got these three images selected. I'm going to Tools, Photoshop, Merge to HDR Pro, and basically Photoshop, as you know, will get all those images together. We'll attempt to align the images as well, and I shot this handheld, so I know for a fact it won't be aligned. And as you may see, not yet, but you'll see in a second, I shot this at around 12 o'clock. It was a sunny day, so harsh shadows, and if you take just a normal one exposure image, believe me, you won't get as good result as you would developing a 32-bit HDR, which some people call it realistic, which is a realistic HDR anyway. So now Photoshop is getting everything ready, and as you can see, it's transforming because it wasn't proper aligned, but Photoshop does a very good job aligning the images. So now here we are. So I'm going to just click remove ghost because there was people walking past, and I'm just going to see which one gives me a better result. So it was in this case the darker image, the underexposed, which was shot at the faster shutter speed, so there's less motion in the people. So I'll stick with this. I'll go turn in ACR. You can see it doesn't look very good, but the thing is now we have 10 stops under and over, so we have lots more information here. So I'm just going to zoom like so, and I'm going to show you the difference now. So I'm just going to open the shadows, and as you can see, compared to the other one, to the other image, less noise compared to the other one. So in this case, I'm just going very quick. Just I'm happy as it is, something like so, add a bit more shadows, and as you can see, it's much more pleasing image, and plus we have lots more detail compared to when you open the shadows and bring down the highlights. Does a good job though, but especially if you're going to print this is the best way to go. So I'm going to cancel this, and I'm going to let's close this because I don't need this. I'm going to show you another good example, which is this. So I've got some bracketed shots in here, so I'm just going to open the normal exposure. This was shot at night, there's lots of lights. I was shooting this at matrix metering mode, so it takes the overall reading, and as you can see, The It looks okay over here, it looks okay on the sky, it's not too bad in here, but the bridge, this is the biggest problem. So if I bring down the exposure and the highlights, as you can see, we get a bit of detail, but I'm going just to zoom in so I can show you. Once you zoom in, it's when you actually see that it looks you have detail, but it's not enough. It looks really bad. So this is where merging to an HDR is a great idea. So I'm just going to select, I've got different exposures, so I'm just going for something like so. Select them all, Tools, Photoshop, and merge to HDR Pro. So once again we are here with the same window, the Merge to HDR Pro window, and I just click merge to remove the ghosts, and I'm just going to see which one looks better because there's movement in here under the bridge. So I'm just going to select which one I want. I'm going to stick with the brightest image because this way I have a longer shutter speed and I've got the water smoother than with a faster shutter speed, and as you can see right here. So I'm going for that, and I'm going to click tone in ACR. And here we are. We are here now with back in camera raw. So I'm going to just show you something. I'm going to bring down the highlights, and I don't even need to zoom in. You can tell the difference straight away, but I'm going to zoom in anyway so you can see what I'm talking about. As you can see, I've got all the detail right here and no noise, all nice detail, and plus you can even count how many light bulbs there are on that bridge. So as you can see, I'm just going to very quick processing. I like warm colors, so I'm just going to bring down the highlights, add a bit contrast, open the shadows because I need some detail under here. So I'll bring down the exposure a touch. The highlights I can add a bit, something like so. Bring down the whites. Let's see if I've got a nice black point or I've got loads. I'm cool with this. And as you can see, it looks much better, and plus we have a lot more detail. So if I want to print or if I want to publish online, whatever, I've got much better detail if I should bracket it than if I should just one exposure. I hope this helps you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.